Hey there guys, welcome back to Stardew Valley. Today is the first day of our second year in the valley, which should be very exciting. We're going to get a new arrival in town today, which is going to be Kent, who I think is Jodie's husband and the father of Sam, I believe. You can see him there. And we should be about to meet him in just a second, but what I'm really excited about is actually just the ability to grow crops that aren't just winter foraging crops again, because I've actually really missed that. I really missed the income and all the abilities we can do with an actual decent source of money that isn't just the occasional crystal fruit. As you can see, the farm has returned to being a complete mess, so that's not so great. Hello there, my name's Kent. I just got back last night from overseas. My wife told me that a new farmer has moved in while I was gone. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'll see you around. See you around, Kent. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff to be doing. Firstly, we need to clear all this up, which we might as well do right now. So what I'm planning to do is I'm probably not going to leave the farm for probably at least a couple of days. Well, I will leave the farm, but I'm not going to be doing anything like going to the mines or anything like that. I think there's so much work to be done on the farm that we just need to kind of get these general cleaning duties out of the way a bit. And one thing we can definitely do straight away is get rid of these rocks before they kind of spread and damage our various sprinklers and things. We should also have an iridium bar now. Yes, we do. So we do have an iridium bar now, which should enable us to make our first iridium sprinkler, which would be really useful just for watering 24 crops at the same time, which is obviously a hell of a lot better than the 8 crops we get from our quality sprinklers, so I'm pretty happy about that. But one thing we definitely need to do today is try and... whoops, wrong item. Try and buy as many crops as we can so that we're ready for, well, to get some income coming in this month. Just refill this. Okay, so, it's kind of tough to know what to do straight away. I can see here that we have all of our fruit trees are fully grown and come with their own fruits. I think this one at the back isn't quite fully grown yet, but probably will be tomorrow, I guess. Say hi to the animals while we're here. And the inventory is actually full right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off whatever we do have that we can sell. And one interesting thing that we could do straight away is my plan to kind of store up a lot of winter roots has not worked completely well, because we already, on day 1 of year 2, we've already got more cave carrots than winter roots, so we're about to use them all up in one go. On the upside though, we do have 39 roots platters, which is more than we could need for a very long time, I would think. Do I have any space around here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off the cave carrots in there, because I don't think we'll need them for a while. And yeah, that should be fine. Alright, so need to kind of plan out what I'm going to be doing with the farm now. I think one thing I definitely do want to do is lay things out properly in a way that I think we can go, like, kind of stick with for the long term. You can see that I've made a beginning with that with this this kind of wood path setup that I'm doing, but I kind of want to take it further and actually make a proper thing out of that. So for that I'm going to need a little bit more wood, so I'm going to need to go and chop down some trees and things before too long. Another thing I need to do pretty much urgently is clear the spaces around our newly growing fruit trees for the summer so that they can grow, because we do not want those getting ruined by, well, debris and things like that. Basically every day that we would spend... whoops, whoa, I nearly destroyed a tree then. I can't tell, are these all 4 trees? There's one there, one there, one there. Is this... I can't tell if this is a crop, I mean a fruit tree or a normal tree. I'm not going to risk destroying it just in case it's something important. And the other trees are just down here, so we're going to clear the space around these as well. And hopefully nothing will spread back to them, so they'll be fine for the rest of the season to grow into fully grown trees by the time the summer comes around. Just to be safe, I'm going to remove everything in a, say, like roughly 5 tile radius or something like that. Get rid of that, and get rid of this. Yeah, there's a lot of debris on the farm, which is going to take a little while to clean up, but before I do that, I think what I'm going to do is probably look into crops and things like that for the season. So what I'm probably going to start with is possibly a batch of about 24, whatever crops we can go quickly, whatever crops we can go grow quickly. Getting all my R's mixed up there. We'll get a lot of those so that we can get a nice early boost in income, and then hopefully start investing more in crops after that. So yeah, we only have 7,800 to spend, which is a hell of a lot more than last year, to be fair, but still potentially not quite enough. Not much of this stuff is actually great to sell, to be honest. Alright, so what I am going to do is I'm going to pull out... wrong thing. I'm going to pull out what we need to make the first iridium sprinkler, which will be... speed grow there. First iridium sprinkler will require a battery pack, which looks like it isn't in here. And I think it also requires gold bar and possibly wood. I'm just going to check. No, okay, so we just need a battery pack, and then we should be able to quite safely get our first iridium sprinkler. Okay, that's all good. But in order to place it properly, I need to kind of work out how everything's going to be set up in the new farm layout. So for that, I'm going to need to go get a bit of wood. And I don't really have space for much right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort out some of the debris and stuff around the farm, and then we'll go and start planning out the proper farming stuff more thoroughly. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okay, we actually have a new baby duckling, so that's another bit of good news. I'm going to call this one Dame. Not entirely sure why, but I just feel like Dame is a decent name. It's still a tiny, tiny chick right now. I can't actually pick up any of these eggs, unfortunately. I have a lot of stuff that I'm just kind of carrying around that isn't really ideal to be carrying around, so I need to clean up some of that space. So what I might do is sell the mayonnaise immediately, and also probably plant a couple of things from these mixed seeds, or just store things away for a bit. So I'm going to sell off the mayonnaise, the periwinkle. Probably don't need to be carrying around these bat wings, so I'll drop them off as well. And it looks like we have just enough gold ore for another gold bar, so we might as well get that on the go. And drop off anything else we don't need. So we don't need fiber, we don't really need to be carrying around that wood, but I think we are going to use a lot of wood today, so there's no point getting rid of that just yet. We'll deposit the copper ore, we'll deposit the... possibly the hardwood, although that could come in handy later on. What I will do is I will start off the duck mayo, and just look in here for anything that might be useful. I'm actually going to pull out a fairy rose just because it is a favourite gift of Evelyn, and I feel like we might as well use some of those things up. Ancient seeds we will be planting, I think. I just realised we have another amethyst as well, so that's going to be worth bearing in mind so that we can give it to Abigail at some point. It looks like whatever this is, I think that's just a tree sapling, but I still don't really want to risk breaking down the one that's by the lake just in case. I could pick up all of these fruits, but I think I'm going to leave it for a bit. I'm also going to clean out this rock before it can do anything harmful to the farm. There's another one there. And I think we have just enough space to buy our first batch of crops, so we'll go do that now. And then when we come back, it's going to be a long, hard day of working on the farm, I believe. Alright, so we have a few freak eggs there, but not too many. I'm going to grab this leek. And apparently, Krobus is a big fan of the wild horseradish, so whenever we find one of those, we want to be saving it for Krobus, apparently. I think that is worth remembering, because from what I remember from when I looked it up, the rest of his gifts are a little bit hard to come by. I'll say hi to Pierre. And let's have a think, what are we going to be buying today? So these take 12 days to mature, so they're not really ideal. 6 days, 6 days, 7 days, 4 days. Is that all? I thought there'd be a few more options than that. Alright, so the best options in that case, I think, are probably going to be garlic seeds. Yeah, I think garlic seeds. So we'll start off by getting 24 of those. just so we can plant them around the iridium sprinkler, and that should be a nice early start to our money. I'm gonna sell off the leek just because I don't really need it, and probably worth getting a bit of everything, but the bean starters are going to be particularly useful since it is very early on. So we'll get 10 days to mature. We might as well buy quite a few of these, since these are pretty much the most efficient crops to be buying at this early stage of the season. So start off with, let's go with 20 for now. And then cauliflower seeds, probably worth getting quite a few of those. Also going to be worth getting either tulips or jazz seeds. I think jazz seeds are the ones that produce better honey, so I'm going to get a few of those. Cauliflower seeds, what I'm going to do with the cauliflower seeds is I'm going to plant them in like 3x3 areas so that we can potentially maximize our chances of getting giant cauliflower, but also so that they like synergize well with the radius, not the radius, but like the, I don't know what to call it, the range that you can water with the golden watering can. So we'll buy these in multiples of 9. I think we'll start off with, let's go all the way to 27, so that'll be a lot of money coming in when those are done. And I didn't buy any jazz seeds yet. I might as well buy 10 of those because they're extremely cheap. And could buy potatoes, I think. Yeah, I might as well buy potatoes. I do have some space for those, so no reason not to. I'll buy 8 of them so that I can plant them all around a quality sprinkler. We'll say hi to Leah. And hopefully we can find Abigail somewhere in here as well, because we do have more amethysts for her. Looks like she's not in at the moment, which is fine. We'll go take a little look around town for her. The town's surprisingly quiet, considering it's the first actual nice day in a long time, but here's Evelyn, which is perfect. We can give her a fairy rose. Okay, someone's commented on what a nice day it is. It's certainly a nice change. This is absolutely marvellous, wow. That's probably the most pleased I've ever heard someone after getting a gift in this game. Do you have anything to say about your husband's arrival? Yesterday I visited Yoba's altar to ask for my husband's safe return. Okay, yes she does. ConcernedApe's truly thought of everything. Apparently Kent is a big fan of beer, so we want to get some beer in at some point. Hello, farmer. I think this is his son. Yeah, I think it is. Do I have any other gifts to be giving out today? I don't think I do, so I'm going to leave it there. Grab my horse once again, and I do have quite a few magma geodes and things, so I think it would make sense to head on over to Clint's now and get all of those things open. Wow, it's really hard to spot the wormtars in this season. Mixed seeds. That's not taking up, yeah, well that's fine, we'll take that. It was kind of annoying finding all the mixed seeds last season just because they were kind of useless, but they're not so much now. This one's a little bit easier to see. Another mixed seeds, that's fine, I don't mind that. Particularly at the start of the season, could be pretty handy. I'm gonna give Elliot this daffodil. Oh, I thought he'd like it because he liked the crocus. That's kind of a shame. I kind of assumed that he's just like a flower. He seems like the kind of guy who'd like flowers, so that's slightly disappointing to me. What? Is it? Oh crap, we missed it by 20 minutes. I'm amazed at how late it is already. I'm probably gonna have to actually head back to the farm very quickly in that case. And we'll have to sort out the magma geodes tomorrow, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying because I haven't got a whole lot of space in my inventory right now, so it'd be useful to get rid of these magma geodes at some point. But in the meantime, it's going to be time to head back to the farm and start laying things out a bit, so it's going to be pretty tedious work, so I'm probably going to skip ahead a bit, and, well not skip ahead, but do a big time-lapse, potentially one of the biggest and most eventful time-lapses we've had in a long time, because there's so much work to be done on the farm right now, so I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so that was a massive, massive fail. I got a bit too caught up doing things that weren't planting seeds. Go to sleep for the night. Why is it asking me that? Can I say no? This is really confusing. I've never been asked that before. I'm gonna say no. Name your new baby sheep. What? I have a... What's going on? I have a new baby sheep. SN. What names begin with SN? Let's call her... I don't know, let's call her Sinead. Because that has an S and an N in it, so I don't know. I was feeling that. Not much money coming in there. I don't know what just happened. I don't know why it asked me if I wanted to fall asleep or not. I appear to have fallen asleep regardless. It is now the 2nd, and we're about a day behind with all our crops, unfortunately. I did manage to plant about 4 potatoes. Let's see how much money I've lost. Dear Nora, I'm now selling higher quality fertilizers, as well as new crop selections. See you soon. Nora, it seems like you're starting to get close with some of the townspeople. If you want to show someone that you're romantically interested, you've got to give them one of my beautiful flower bouquets. I'm selling them now for a very fair price. If you want to start a family someday, this is the first step. Whoa, steady on, Pierre. Okay. Well, obviously that's a reference to our current relationship level with Penny, who it looks like we now have the potential of making a girlfriend out of, so that's an interesting way to start year 2, although I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. Dr. Harvey has billed me 293 gold for falling asleep outside. You know what, we'll take that, that's not too bad. What is kinda bad? What the hell? Did I plant things there? I don't remember planting anything there. I'm confused by that. These are definitely saplings, but I don't remember planting anything. Alright, so what I am going to do is I'm going to actually sort out things properly this time. And let's go check on the new arrival, actually. Looks like she's already... Huh? Sinead. Sinead's still a little clumsy from being born. She's curious about her new world. Why does she look like an adult? Huh? Alright, well there's a lot of work to be done on the farm, and today I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight on with that. So this time we will be doing a proper farm building time lapse, and hopefully things will be looking good later on today. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so Penny just made a comment about her mum having her bus driving job back, which definitely isn't true. So, I'm guessing that's a bit of a mistake. However, we do have a little bit of time left of today, so what I'm going to do with that is sort this stuff out first. I don't have enough room in my inventory. Okay, can I sell anything? Shop. Yeah, so I'm really underestimated. I've really underestimated how long some of this stuff takes to do. I still haven't planted the vast majority of the seeds, and I'm struggling to Struggling to find the time, because there's still quite a lot of stuff I want to do on the beach. One of which is I want to find some corals so that we can get some more, I think it's the quality speed grow, yeah, the deluxe speed grow. Oh, actually, oak resin is really precious as well, so I'm not sure about that. I could use quality fertilizer if nothing else. I guess I could just rely on basic fertilizer. We do have an orange stone here to donate to the museum. I doubt it's going to do very much since we just got a reward. Yeah, we're not getting anything for that. But we do have a few more geodes, which hopefully we can use up this time without being forced to run back. Inventory space is an issue as usual. Alright, so process geodes. Let's try this again. Clay. I'm almost relieved, but still kind of disappointed nonetheless. Charcoal? No, Bixite, that might be new. And 10 bits of stone, okay. Alright, Bixite might be new, so I'm gonna go try and donate that. I don't recognize that name. It does look suspiciously similar to charcoal though, so I'm not like super impressed by it. Alright, donate to the museum. Yes, the Bixite is new, so that's interesting. I can see the charcoal there. I guess it is a little bit different, but there's not much to it. So we have 2 free slots in our inventory, and I think now it's gonna be time to return to the farm and attempt to, actually, no. What I have done is I put a chest down on the beach so that I can hopefully make a little bit more room for things once I'm picking up things out of the crab pots and so on, but I think it's still going to be a little bit of a struggle. Yeah, like that. Not got room for any of this stuff. Driftwood, I could give that to Leah if we can find her. I could pick up some coral, but I don't think we're going to have any oak resin anyway, so we're actually going to want to prioritize the clams in that case. I guess I could throw the driftwood out, although it is kind of useful, just as a gift for Leah. But that kind of depends on us actually finding her, and even then it's not like an amazing gift, so we'll take the clam. Try and make some speed grow with that if we can. What do we need for that? I didn't check too well. Pine tar. We should have pine tar pretty easily available over at the little section just north of our farm, so we'll check that out pretty shortly. And meanwhile, I think it's time to actually go and sort out the farm, so with what's left of the day we'll be doing that, and hopefully we'll be able to actually get everything planted by the end of the day. Oh man, this is insane. This is so much work. Okay, there's actually still Still a hell of a lot of work left to do on the farm. Got some nice income coming in now. Sold off the first batch of cherries and apricots from the fruit trees, which gets an okay profit, nothing special, but considering that those fruit trees require absolutely no maintenance now, I'm fairly pleased with that. 1,400 coming in there. We can definitely afford another batch of seeds, but first we have to actually figure out where to plant those things, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare. So I'll show you guys what's been done so far. Oh, it's raining. Okay, so that doesn't actually help that much. Okay, so I've planted most of the garlic seeds here. I've planted some blue jazz up here, which is where I'm going to put the majority of the bee houses, just for some more valuable honey. I planted the green beans around the edges so that they don't get in the way too much when we're trying to pick things up. Planted the garlics around, well, the remaining garlics around this this bottom corner. And what were the other things? Planted most of the cauliflower, but there's still another 12 to plant, which we will probably plant around here. Just keep them away from the actual sprinkler crops. But as you can see, there's loads of space for more sprinkler crops, so definitely a lot more to be done still. And I'll probably just have to get straight back on it next episode, which will also be Kent's birthday, where we'll be trying to hopefully get some beer ready for him, so that we can actually kind of make a decent start with him in terms of friendship. If we scroll down a bit here, I'm actually really surprised we haven't had an event with the wizard yet. That's kind of surprising to me. Still not friends with Krobus or with Kent, but we did give Krobus one of his gifts that he likes, namely a wild horseradish. So we made a decent start with him. And yeah, I've not checked the coop for a while either, so we should have some things built up in there. It's just so hard to find the time for everything at the moment. It's really difficult. However, once it's all done, we should be on our way to making a really good profit this season, which is going to get things going very nicely. Potentially going to, at some point, buy another coop, buy some more rabbits, possibly. And also buy, well, at some point it'd be nice to buy the 20,000 gold star drop from Krobus. But beyond that, I think we have made an okay start here. You can see that these are the 4 ancient seeds down there, which should be growing from now until the end of the fall. So hopefully those things will get going pretty quickly. I just remembered that's what I was supposed to actually use the speed grow for, but it's too late now. I can use it for any future seeds that we get of those, which shouldn't be too long, maybe towards the end of this first season. Which is quite a while, to be fair, but like, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But yeah, there is still quite a bit to be done in terms of planting seeds and stuff like that, so I hope you guys will join me next time when we'll be doing more of that stuff and hopefully getting it done to a decent standard, and then moving on with the farm improvements. And hopefully once we've done all that, we should be able to move on to actually doing more significant things, like we could try fishing for the mutant carp, could try, yeah, fishing, could also try going back and looking for that dwarf scroll once again. And we do have a few quests that we can do at some point. Bream for Kent, that should also be pretty doable, and that's something else that will help us make friends with him. Also have the Pale Ale quest for Pam, which should now be done. Albacore, I don't think we'll be able to get. Skull Key we can't do yet. Crop Research, Demetrius and Melon, that's not doable till next season. But yeah, we have quite a lot on our plates actually. So join me next time when we will be getting some of that stuff done, and hopefully just making some really good progress, getting this farm off to a great start in this new year.